Hi and welcome to my channel. So in today's video we are configuring a checkpoint security gateway as a layer 2 bridge. This setup allows you to inspect traffic between two switches without changing a single IP address in your network. So as we can see here, we have two switches and this line here is a trunk between these switches. We just installed a gateway between them. So when you need the security gateway to function as a layer 2 bridge device, allowing it to inspect traffic without being visible to layer 3. This is useful if you cannot divide the existing network into several networks with different IP addresses. And bridge interfaces connect two different interfaces, causing every Ethernet frame received on one bridge port to be transmitted to the other port. This means that the two bridge ports participate in the same broadcast domain, which is different from router port behavior. And most important, every Ethernet frame that passes through the bridge is inspected by the security policy, ensuring that security measures are applied consistently across the network. So in our lab here, as we said, we have switch 1 and switch 2. And this is a trunk, as we can see, it is .802.1q trunk protocol. So this interface here is configured as trunk, and we have some VLANs, as we can see, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. And the same is correct here. So VLAN 10, VLAN 20. So this is just a layer 2 network. This connection here is just for management, so that I can reach this gateway from outside. So in reality, you don't need this connection here. So as we said, only layer 2. Everything here is layer 2. So we want our firewall to sit transparently in the middle of this trunk. So we use a bridge interface to pass trunk tagged frames without removing the tags. So let's get started. So first we need to log in to the gateway. So first go to network interfaces here. And we see our interfaces. So here we can see that we are using ETH1 and ETH2. So these interfaces should not have IP addresses. So let's start creating. So add and bridge. So let's give this a comment, bridge, or layer 2 bridge maybe. Something like that. We need to give it a group number. I think we have between 1 and 1000 or something. Let's try. You can see here. It's between 1 and 1024. So let's give it 1 here. And here we need to add what interfaces are participating. So this one and this one. And we can give it an IP address. It is not mandatory, but so while bridge interfaces don't need IPs to pass traffic, Gaia needs one for management and services like user check, for example. So let's give it any IP here. This one, for example, like this, like this. Okay, and we are using these two interfaces and click OK here. And now we can see that both these interfaces are up, and these should not have any IP. So no IP addresses for these interfaces. And we can, let's log in to see. So now our interface is, so show interface BR. It's called BR1. and we can see that this is the IP address. State is on, type bridge. So we can see show bridging group, I think, group 1, something. So this command shows us what interfaces are participating in the bridge interface. Okay, so now we need to go to our smart console, add that gateway. Okay, and let's call it as usual. And the IP address is this one. Initialize. And trust established. Okay, so here we can see that the topology is only the physical interfaces. So the bridge interface does not show up here. So in checkpoint quantum management, only the subordinate interfaces, which is in this case ETH1 and ETH2, of a bridge interface are shown under topology settings. So here, I mean, if you click close here and go there, under network management, we can only see these. We don't need to see the bridge interface. So only these are shown under topology settings, and they are typically marked as undefined. So we need to define them. The bridge interface itself does not appear in the topology settings. This is because the bridge interface functions as a virtual layer 2 switch, and its configuration is handled differently from standard layer 3 interfaces. So interfaces that show up here are layer 3 interfaces with IPs. As you can see, both these interfaces gets the same IP as the bridge interface. So let's define them. So to define them, we need to choose what traffic should go through them. So click modify here, override, and we choose this specific. And we need, so here, we need to define this network and this network and add them there. So let's do it. So we can click cancel here. Yes. Cancel. And click OK for now. Don't push or don't install policy. Just click OK. And we go to network. Let's create first network. Okay, let's call this 10.1.1.0.24. So 10.1.1.0 and 24. Like this. And we create another one, other network, which is 10.1.20. Okay, 10.1.20. Something like that. And click OK. And then we need to create a network group to add these together. So you need to add all networks here that should go through this line to that network group. So let's call that layer 2 nets, something like that. And click add here and OK. So now, again, double click there. And we go to management, network management, and we need to define the interface, define the topology. So again, override specific, and here we can choose our network group, something like that, and then apply or activate anti-spoofing so that only these are allowed through that line. Okay. Okay, we do the same on the other interface. Here. override specific and layer 2 and activate anti-spoofing. Okay. Okay. And okay. So now let's just do a small change in the policy. And now, after we need to accept all traffic just to test, and we install the policy. So let's install it. So install. So now our policy is installed. Now we go there and we try. So let's get this. So this PC here has this IP and we need to ping the other one, this one, 10.1.1.2, 10.1.1.2. And you see we have ping. Let's continue to ping here. And we can open this one also. And do the same. So ping the other side. Ping the 10.1.1.3. And we have a ping. And we check our logs here. Okay, so as we can see, we have ECMP from both. Let's click. And you see it's working. So now we can see that traffic from this side is going through this switch, this trunk, and now no IP address here, change, so the same IP here, layer 2 all the way to the other side. So this can be used, for example, they say that this network here should reach some kind of server here, and you need protect very secure server, protect it with a gateway. So we don't need to change the routing scheme, just add in bridge mode. But for now, if you add a new VLAN, for example, VLAN 30 here, and you create the VLAN, by the way, this switch, it's very normal switch, so layer 2 switch. So you can see show VLAN brief. We have two VLANs, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. And this interface is a trunk. So the G00 is a trunk. So show interface status. You can see here 00 is a trunk. And the same is correct for the other side. So say that you created a new VLAN here, and you have another PC with other VLAN. The VLAN is created in the switch, and then it sends the trunk, and it will get drop here because it is not defined on the. So here, any traffic that you need to send through the gateway should be or must be defined here at that group that we created. So any new VLAN should be added to this L2 nets group. So groups to this group. So any new VLAN that you create here or there that should be go through the gateway should be created and added here. Otherwise, the gateway should drop it by anti-spoofing. So this video is done here. So I hope it was useful. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.